Hello everyone, this is Justin and welcome to my channel. This is about a meeting that I had with Mandy and Gary Reese. Mandy Major is the city manager and Gary Reese is the city planner. This is in regards to the what people call the Danco project or um, whatever the project that's going on down in Powers Creek. Um, so one of the question was, is this supported by the Wiyot tribe? Yes, it is. Um, Another question was, why wasn't it financially supported by the Wiyot tribe? I know Mandy has covered this. It has something to do with the money and what the requirements for that money, that kind of stuff. Whatever it wasn't going to work. So that's why, financially speaking, that's not where the money's coming from. They are a part of this project. How is the name arrived at? Um, the tribe original name for the river is Bodawat. That is why it came about. It's the original name, so it's paying homage to the original name. Um, what if others? What if any others put in a bid for this project besides Danco? Pacific Builders was one of them. It was too much of a project for them. Um, so the state gives you a list of people of companies. It was well over 50 companies, none of which were chosen. None of which were interested. Danco was contacted. They said they were ready for it. So there you go. Another one of the concerns was the height of the buildings. I know someone said the height of the building, one of the buildings was going to be 4 stories. That's not true. There are some city regulations that state how high something can be so far away from certain features. So at one point, one of the buildings will be 3 stories. Um, so there's that. So someone mentioned, what are the consequences of not doing this build? Simply put, dire. If we do not have a certain form of affordable housing, low income housing, however you want to phrase it, the other options get really bad because it is a state requirement that we do this. So, worst case scenario, let's say we give the middle finger to the state and say we're not doing it. What can happen if we do that is either a third party uh, law group can sue the city, or the state can sue the city. One way or the other, city gets sued. So we're going worst case scenario here. City gets sued, city can't pay, we become unincorporated. When we become unincorporated, again, I'm going worst case scenario, we're no longer incorporated. The county can then come in and say, you need these housing, and we're going to put a 5-story building all the way through this entire area. And there's nothing we can do about it because then it's county, and county can change the building regulations and just say, we're going to build a 5-story monster building all down through here. And there's nothing we could do about it as a community. It would just be done and over. So the concerns about Danco's build quality, that was another question. With the way in which this is going to be built, it will be highly controlled by the state as to build quality. So there's that. So there's concerns about how affordable it will be. So of all of um, the residential part of the building, 4 of which would be at market rate. So I know rent's gone crazy. You're looking probably 1,500, $2,000 a month, something crazy. It's just what the rents are here in Blue Lake and in the county. The rest of them will be a sliding scale between 30 and 80%. So the area media AM 30 to 80% AMI, which stands for area media median income. So it will be a mix of 30 to 80% in there. Um, is there another location? Simply put, no. I know someone mentioned about putting it where the horse pasture or the horse track is and um, the tennis courts. Is just simply not big enough for the size of project that this is going to be. It just wouldn't fit. And on top of that, okay, so let's say we make it fit, we tear that down. So now what income we do get from those two things, two assets, city assets, while they build this, we will not be getting that income. And the city is honestly on the razor's edge of making it or not. They need this project. Now, after seeing the ideas, the plans, that kind of stuff, I am highly, highly impressed with the amount of thoughtfulness and effort they have put through. There are multiple local companies. They gave me a few names, such as Los Bagels, um, Revolution Cycles, RMI, and a few other locals that I can't think of at this particular moment. I I'm terrible at note taking. I didn't write them all down, but those are some of the names that I certainly recognize that I would love to see come in and be a part of this project. Um, Other than that, that's pretty much the majority of the information that I have that I'm going to be sharing at this time. For the most part, this channel is going to be for live streaming and or posting of the meetings, but I had this private meeting with Mandy and Garry. They were very gracious, very nice. It was a very nice meeting. I am so grateful for the time that they spent with me. Thank you very much for listening, and I hope everyone has themselves a great day and a wonderful night.